Joy, not keeping all concentrated to hear, what they were saying. This theater is still used for summer events. 30 years ago, they were used to perform important our age stars, like for example, Rudolf Nureyev, the famous Russian dancer, and Frank Sinatra. And just to put color on the tour again, 1972, in the amphitheater, 1.5 miles far from where we are, Pink Floyd performed live at Pompei. This way, please.
Sorry.幾座妹我有呢度啱晒。
Eruption completely changed topography.
I need to mentally prepare myself.
Я уже надоело эту майку видеть.
This was not built for a decoration matter. This was a substructure they were used to cover with plaster on. They were used to paint. Most of the time, marble looked like.
Exactly.
I will show you later. This is called the terracotta. Terracotta. Cooked ground. They were used to bake the bricks in wood oven.
So this is from the original Pompei?
Yes, this way.
It's unbelievable.
So now to the left end, you will see we start with details. Have a look at these. This is a statue. It's an original statue, a public one. The statue represents Mercury, god of money. So this was a business area. It's all original but the top. Obviously the top is not original, but the statue is original. And is part of a system of public fountain where at a symmetric distance one another. Each fountain was serving a different quarter of the town. You see the rock here, and on both sides of the rock it's very smooth because they were all drinking water in their hands over there. Here you can see the overflow because water was conveyed outside even to wash up the streets, ladies and gentlemen. So they had an aqueduct starting 40 miles far from where Pompei is, reaching Pompei in the upper part of the town in the so-called water castles. And they had the three main pipes of the aqueduct. So one going to the spa bath, one going to the public fountain, one going directly to the rich homes. You see the holes here? One here, another one next to those holes, according to the theory some archaeologists says. Those were a drainage system to drain water from sidewalk onto the street. But some other archaeologists were used to tie the ropes of the sun tents they had outside the shops, so to fix build the map of the town. This is the main street, Via dell'Abbondanza, the Abundant Street. Now, if you follow me straight on, so we will be back on the main street later. This street goes east-west in the direction of the Foro area, the main square. But take a minute to look in that direction. The last point you can see is not the dead end of the street. The town continues up to the last point you can see for more than a mile. In that direction. is massive. But now if you follow me, we go across the road, we walk that street that brings to a special part of Pompeii, terrific, famous in the world. It's part of the excursion tour, is the red light district. You want to see that?
Yeah.
For sure. So now we go this way and I lead you to somewhere it's very interesting. In there you will see original Roman paintings, the famous frescoes. Fresco is wall painting on fresh materials. They found 24 places like this. This is the main one, the main big proportion, isn't it? So they found so much stuff in there. They found the painting, as well as statues, as well as jewelry, oil lamp with particular shape you can imagine. I cannot go that deep in the details anyway, but use your imagination. Before getting there, stop a second. I'm so glad to show you the first painting you can see. Where you have not to look, you have to observe. Stay please opposite from where the fresco is, so that you can enjoy the view on the whole painting. First of all, I just suggest you to have a look at this layer you can see. A very fat layer of plaster on the walls. They were used to paint on humid plaster, so that the plaster could absorb a part of the colors. Then they were painting the details, and the artist who was used to paint details was called Imaginarius, the one who used imagination. Then to fix colors on the walls, they used a mixture of wax and oil to fix colors and to give the painting light effect. Now you could see actually two big serpents, two big snakes, you got it? Yeah. Two big snakes for the Greek were symbolizing two gods, Agathos and Kagos, good and evil. For the Roman were symbolizing the god Aesculapius, god of medicine. And this is what I'm used to call Pompei globalization. What do you use as a symbol for medicine and pharmacy? Snakes. So it's Pompei globalization. It comes from the Roman culture, from quite everywhere you come in the world. And with this, you can figure a very horrible smell here. I never understood this kind of combination. Tannery and red light district. Oh, mamma mia. So they were able to tan leather, and they were using slaves in the tannery, coming from example from Alexandria, from Egypt, because they were the much skilled one working on leather.
Maybe that's why they use leather in brothels now.
So, in a few steps, the very edge, like the next stage, they revolve into the direction of the floor of the area, the main square. Marble, pieces of marble attached with concrete on the floor. So, over here, another piece. This is pretty famous. It's like Mickey Mouse with bigger nose. So, two theories about this you can see on the floor. So some of the archaeologists, they say this was a street symbol to show the way to the place we were before. But most of the archaeologists agree to the fact that such a symbol was first of all on a public place. Second, they were having such a symbol even sometimes at the entrance of homes or on the wood oven in the bakery shop. So some of the archaeologists might imagine that this was a symbol of good luck. Was pointing one of the shops. They probably paid for having this pointing the shop. But I know that it's still funny. Ma io sono proprio ristrettissimo, io
Lo so, però io purtroppo non posso fare una diretta ASA che questi 2 minuti
ma pure io sono nelle stesse
comincio a
condizioni.
spiegarglielo.
So now you can see
Opening on top, I'm sorry, I was talking to him. I was saying that I know, I didn't expect you to understand it. So, the opening in the middle of the veranda.
so this is on the side house. So the layout of the house was entrance, atrio, tablinum, garden. Atrio and entrance was the public part of the house. The private one was the garden. Sometimes narrow between these outside shops. All the shops. But they were
Narration.
so this is the Foro area. The Foro area was the heart of the town from the political, religious and social point of view. Here, right in the middle, there was a huge enormous square. No roof. There was just a white covering as well as you can see here on the floor. All surrounding this area there was a 2-story building, a shopping galleria. They could walk all around and do shopping. This was the place for politics, for socializing, for a market, because this was a business place. There was even a marketplace, statue bases all around. And ahead, straight inside, further inside the temple.
Okay.
And obviously on the background, Vesuvius. This is the view we call the postcard from Pompei. It's the one you can see in all the documentaries. Now, follow me this way so that I can show you some beautiful artifacts they found in here. And I have some. No more sexy surprises anyway.
Maybe find a boomerang. Maybe find a boomerang.
Sabi ko nga, ito.